Hello everybody and welcome to That Football. I've got the gig. I've got Arturo Vidal watched. Manchester United fan as I am. More than happy to be watching Sevilla versus Bayern Munich tonight in a quite a sadistic way. I must be honest about that. There is a sadistic element to this because quite simply Manchester United should be playing this game tonight. We should not have lost to Sevilla over two legs. Or so we thought. Maybe Sevilla are going to shock the world and produce a performance that makes everybody think that maybe they are better than many people feel that they are. I don't know. We're about to find out. But at the very least, what I would say is this: that kickoff is in 10 minutes' time. United like Manchester, and also it's a great opportunity for me personally to watch Bayern Munich. I've said that a few times. That's Football is obviously a general football channel. We do that United stand, and I am a Manchester United fan, but I do watch a lot of football. Watch a lot of Serie A, a lot of La Liga. I've seen a lot of teams this season, but I haven't watched a lot of Bayern Munich, and I feel quite guilty that it's April and I haven't done that. Mainly because I've just happened to miss the Bayern Munich Dortmund games. Other things have been going on. And I won't watch German football because it's a bit a pub league for Bayern Munich. So I would only ever watch Bayern Munich in the Champions League. And this year, there's always been better games. So I'm very glad to be watching this tonight because I've got no idea whether Bayern Munich are a real contender for this Champions League. So really looking forward to watching them. Real Madrid, Juventus, we've got covered with Xander. If you want to watch that, by all means, crack on. Don't worry about it. Make your choice or flip between the two. We've got 2 live streams and Xander's live right now. The team news for Sevilla, first of all. Soria, Jesus Navas, Kjaer, Lenglet, Escuadero, Pizarro, Enzonzi, Zarabia, Vasquez, Correa and Yedda. I think Banega may be injured, which is a big loss for them. And team news: Sevilla is 6th, are without suspended midfielder Banega. Of course, he got 2 yellow cards against Manchester United. But Bayern Munich are away, so I think this is a more interesting game than maybe if they were at home. Ulrich in goal, Kimmich, Hummels, Boateng, Bernat, Vidal, watch out for Vidal, Javi Martinez, Thiago Alcantara, Muller, Lewandowski, Ribéry. The bench has got Robben on it, James Rodriguez on it, Rafinha on it, to take note of 3 players there. I would like to have seen James Rodriguez start on his wonderful left foot, but hopefully he will come on at some point. So I'm very excited to be watching Bayern Munich. Haven't even had a look at the other game actually to see what the team news in that, so I'm just going to have a quick look. Higuain plays, Dybala as a mower, Khedira, Bentancur, Douglas Costa, Sandro, Chiellini, Bazariga. No place for Mandzukic, which I think is a positive. But Real Madrid, Bale on the bench as suspected, Benzema, Ronaldo, Esco, Cruz, Modric, Casemiro. What a midfield that is. I would expect Real Madrid to win that. Asensio on the bench, Bale on the bench, Kovacic on the bench. So there you go, there's your team news. Got 203 people watching. Remember, if you are new, get subscribing. Let's see if we can get the subscriber numbers up on That's Football tonight. We've got 2 live streams. We are going big in hard on the Champions League, as we should do. A lot of people watching me, but let's just have a look how many people are watching Xander as well. I'm sure you'll be flitting between the two, but he was saying tonight that I bet you get more than me watching. 160 he's got, and I've got 215 back of the net. Anyway, it's not all about that, is it? Let me turn the telly on. Let's get the football lined up. Got a beer ready. This game will fit. I'm. You know what? I'm a little bit against this aspect of the Champions League because it is a little bit frustrating that you have to pick games. I mean, tomorrow night I'm doing Liverpool Man City and Xander's doing Barcelona Roma, so you'll probably have about 2 people watching. But this is what it's all about. Shinji Kagawa, if you have been blocked, the best thing you can do if you're on Twitter is tweet me at Mark Goldbridge with the link to your YouTube page, and I can unblock you. Or alternatively, just email us at soccerboxtv@gmail.com with that link, and we'll do that for you. Sander does a very good job, Harper. I mean, each their own. Yes, so very looking forward to this game. I am really looking forward to it. I I think if I wasn't into my old YouTubing and community, I probably would have gone for Real Madrid Juventus, because Juventus is my second team. But the great thing is tonight I can watch the highlights, and I always like the Champions League highlights. So I watch the highlights of that tonight, and I get to watch Bayern tonight. I think I do want Bayern Munich to win. Yes, Sevilla. I want Bayern Munich to wipe the floor with Sevilla and prove that United got those tactics totally and utterly wrong, if I'm totally honest. And also, from a real selfish point of view, obviously one out of Man City and Liverpool are going to get through. So I think it's really important that Bayern Munich get through, Real Madrid get through, Barcelona get through, so that they can beat one of those English clubs, for sure. Yes, definitely, I would agree with that. So, yes. Just get a feeling that Sevilla are going to win tonight, says Mandy Smith. Prediction across both games, says Gabriel. I'm going to go Bayern Munich to win 2-1. And I'm going to go Real Madrid to win 2-1. So, and remember, at the weekend, I got United's 2-0 right. So, yeah. Please do share the video. Share the video, please. I've tried to tell as many people as possible that there's no 8 o'clock United stand tonight or tomorrow about night because of the Champions League. We will have 1 o'clock shows, and I hope you watch the 1 o'clock show today. I know people have work and stuff, but it was a really, really good video, and it's really created a lot of debate. And I'm trying to reply to as many of those comments before. So even if you don't watch it till a little bit later, do watch it and leave your comments, because I'm going to have an hour or so afterwards replying to comments. Sevilla, fantastic ground. It is. It really is. This is the champions. PS4 says you should have done the Juventus game. There's a method to the madness behind this. I do like Juventus. I watch a lot of Italian football. I don't know whether we've got George Kyle on here who'll go mad about that. But I do like Juventus, and I think I want Real Madrid to win it. So I have sacrificed watching the game I would normally watch. But I've done it for a very, very good reason. I need to watch Bayern Munich. And you can't just join the Bayern Munich party in the semi-final. It's very unfair, especially if you're running a channel like this, where you profess to know a lot about football, and I haven't watched Bayern Munich play this season. And that's pitiful from me. I've normally watched them play at least twice. So I purposely want to watch this game today because I want to watch Bayern Munich. And also, I really want to watch Vidal. I think Vidal's really important if you are a Manchester United fan, to watch him, because he is out of contract in a year's time. I think he will leave Bayern Munich while they can cash in on him. And I want to see, I think he turns 31 in May. I want to see what he's all about. So there you go. And also, I let Xander do Real Madrid Juventus because that is, it's apparently the biggest, it's the better game. I think this is the thinking person's better game, but there you go. So I've thrown him a bit of a dark horse there. But obviously I want to do Man City, Liverpool tomorrow. I don't want to do Barcelona, Roma. So, But I think Sevilla without Banega are going to struggle a little bit. Brevy Boy's gone Sevilla 1, Bayern 2. And Matthew McFadden's in the house as well. I've got a couple of moderators on with me, and Snaps is here. Hopefully they'll be flipping between the two streams. We're going to try and get 25,500 subscribers tonight. This is obviously a far more interactive new channel, and we're trying to grow a general football community on this channel so we can start doing Skype shows and everything like that. I don't think we can really start doing Skype shows till we're up to 30,000 because you don't want to open the calls and have nobody phoning in. So we're asking for the community to help us get involved, and please do share it and let everybody know. But yeah, we are 2 minutes away from kickoff, so I need to sort out the timer. Typically I am not always as organised as I should be, but this will take me a matter of minutes. Thomas Muller could have come to Manchester United, but we couldn't get him. We couldn't get hold of him, so that was the end of that. I also need to change my screen because this is not the right one. But we'll get there. We'll get there. We're relaxed on That's Football. That's what it's all about, isn't it? At the end of the day. What happened to that player that Bayern Munich bought, who was French? Bought him from Lyon, midfielder. I forget what his name is. I think it might have begin with a P. Because he's not on the bench. Answers on a postcard. Phone's going off. And the game has kicked off as well. Sorry, I just have to take this. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Okay. Right. Let me come back to you, fine people. That should not be doing that. Don't want to be doing that. There we go. Tolisso, that's the name. Tolisso. He must be injured. He looked like a decent signing. I don't know. I have to be honest. I haven't watched enough of Bayern Munich, so I'm looking forward to this. And what I'm going to find interesting is the way Sevilla passed Manchester United off the park. And if Bayern Munich do that to Sevilla, then we know where Manchester United have got to do, haven't we? We know what they've got to do. Anyway, let me get this overlay up because it's a poor show if I don't actually have it all set up how it should be. Yeah. Concentration, you see. Bayern Munich have just nearly had a very good chance. Well, they did have a good chance. There was nothing nearly about it. Arturo Vidal in and Ribery down that side. Cut back to Ribery and a good interception. But corner here for Bayern Munich. So a good, strong start for Bayern Munich so far. I'm just going to get the timer up and running for you. We are nearly 2 minutes into this game, so let me get that going. Corner comes in. Headed wide from Hummels. Good start from Bayern. Don't get panicky, Sevilla aren't winning. I just need to change the score. And eventually we'll get there. We'll be all set up. There we go. It's not 10-0 either. Come on. Get with it. Get with the programme, Goldbridge. There we go. 0-0. 2 minutes in. Champions League football. On That's Football. Get yourself subscribed. And hello to Chris Tech Tips. Not seen him for a while either. Lewandowski to get a hat-trick, says Panman. I think they might put this game to bed. I've gone 2-1, which is a little bit conservative. But if that turns out to be the case, it's only because I haven't watched a lot of Bayern Munich this season. But Sevilla on the ball at the moment. We're 5 likes away from 100. Smash that like button, everyone. Get sharing. Sharing's caring. Can you knock it down a bit, please? It's alright, I can just hear what the kids are watching. Yup, me duck. Right, let's have a look what people are saying in the live comments as we settle down and start to actually watch and enjoy this game. So, kick back and grab a beer, says somebody. I didn't see who. Apparently it's 1-0 in the Real Madrid game already. Let's have a flip over to Xander. And yeah, we've had a Ronaldo goal already. It is 1-0 to Real Madrid. And it's an away goal as well, of course. I've got to say, it hurts a little bit because I do like Juventus. But on the other hand, if you don't want Man City or Liverpool to win this tournament, Real Madrid need to go through because Spurs should have beaten Juventus. They got absolutely schooled by a very experienced team. And I would really be concerned about Juventus getting through, because I don't think they would be able to beat Real Madrid. Sorry, Man City. So Ronaldo again, he's just suddenly hit the big form. I predicted Real Madrid would win this Champions League way back in November, when everyone was like, oh no, they won't. It's all about timing, and Real Madrid have hit the timing at the right time. But in this game, we're about 5 minutes in. Vidal has started off really well, but I really like Thiago. I mean, that's another player. Thiago was coming to Manchester United. Moyes delayed and wasn't sure, so he went to Bayern Munich. That's the brilliance of that, isn't it? So envious of Real Madrid's Champions League record as a United fan, says Paul JM11. I mean, I do think that they benefit a little bit from playing in such an easy league. Same for Bayern Munich. You know, the competitive element come March is dead in La Liga and Bayern Munich, because they just don't have the sort of frantic nature of the Premier League. They just don't. Jordan Thompson hates Real Madrid. Nabs MU says, is Ronaldo the only person who can single-handedly stop City or Liverpool? I think Real Madrid are a better team than Barcelona. I just think Barcelona have been very consistent between September and Christmas in La Liga. I think Barcelona can be got at, and I think City and Liverpool even Liverpool could beat Barcelona. I'm not sure that they could beat Real Madrid, because I think Real Madrid have got a very, very good side. Very strong defence, very strong midfield, and then obviously they've got those attackers. So Real Madrid are my favourites anyway. The pressing game of Bayern Munich is killing Sevilla here. They're trying to pass out from the back. Here's Ribery into the box, and it's another corner. They're pressing very, very well. Stephen Dennis is wearing a Juventus top. I'll be watching the Juventus highlights later. I mean, if I could watch both games, I would do. Vidal looks like he might be going off. Muller's having a word with the bench. So Vidal watch might not last too long. Which would be a real shame, because I really wanted to... Oh, he might be alright. He might be able to run it off. I'm keeping an eye on him. They're pressing so high, impressively pressing so high up the pitch by Munich there. I mean, it's very recent past that Manchester United were playing against this Sevilla side, and it's... oh, Sevilla? No. Decent bit of defending there from Boateng. Sebastian, no, look, Real Madrid Juventus, I'll watch the second leg next week, so it might all be over in the first leg. But I'm intrigued by this game. I'm not trying to con anybody. I need to watch Bayern Munich. And to be honest, they've started off very, very well. Thiago's a good player. The thing is as well, everyone thinks, oh, Real Madrid or Man City or Barcelona are favourites. I always include Bayern Munich in there because we haven't seen Bayern Munich. We don't know what Bayern Munich are all about yet. Oh, I don't know how long Vidal's going to last. Here he is on the ball. I mean, Vidal's a difficult one. 4 or 5 years ago, he would have been my dream midfielder at Manchester United. And it doesn't matter if you're a United fan or not, I would. Beck Howell's in the house. Hello, Beck. Still a moderator on here. There we go. But 31 in May, is that what United want to go for? I mean, if there's nobody else better who's in their early 20s, then of course you do. Ribery started off well on that left-hand side. Lovely switch of the play here. That'll be another corner. Drinking, I am on the Fosters tonight, John. Fosters, if you are watching and you would like to sponsor That's Football Watchalongs, you're more than welcome. Gary Wells says Ronaldo's goal was pure class. I'll be watching it later. And Jaden Brown says, Bayern are pure class. Did you watch them against Dortmund? Jaden, I never lie to you lot. Look, I watch a lot of football. That's why we do That's Football as well. I watch a lot of Serie A. I watch a lot of La Liga. I normally do watch at least 4 or 5 Bundesliga games a season. I've watched none. I put my hands up. I've watched none, which is one of the big reasons I wanted to watch Bayern Munich tonight, because I need to see them. Beck Howell quite rightly says it depends on the cost with Vidal and how much longer he's got left in him. Speculative shot there from Muller from the sort of edge of the box. James Moore's made the first super chat of the night. Never seen a team more wasteful than Sevilla. Yeah, they're getting absolutely dominated here, which is what somebody said to me today. I forget the name. It might have even been a comment on one of the YouTube videos, and they were basically saying that I'm so pleased United didn't get through, because they would have got annihilated. Absolutely annihilated by Bayern Munich. Panman's tuning into both streams. That's fine. We're both live for 2 hours, so different streams, different needs. What was I going to say? You made me forget. I know it might seem really negative, but I think Sevilla should just settle for a 0-0, says Abel Absorbs. I don't think they'll get a 0-0. Bayern Munich are absolutely all over them at the moment. But let's be fair to Sevilla as well. They do massively miss somebody of Benega's quality. We've got a free kick here on the edge. Oh no, he's played it on. He was going to give the foul ref, and he played it on. Looked like he took a. It looked like he should be on CBeebies there, Mr. Tumble. As we watch it back now, I probably will feel a little bit guilty. Seems to get checked by Hummels, but the pass has already gone. It's not a foul. He's passed it off. Probably has hurt himself. Juventus have been poor in the other game. Karen, I haven't read it though. Remember, subscribe if you're new. We're going to go and try and get 25,500 subscribers tonight. That's Football, live every midday in the weekday with the latest football news. We were talking transfer news today at midday. That'll be a yellow card, surely. There's some tackles flying in from Bayern Munich. And, oh my good night. He's off. He'll be getting a red card. Ribéry, he probably should get a red. Be lucky if it's not a yellow. If it's only yellow, he should be getting a red. The referee has bottled that. That's a red card. Ribéry walks into a dive, shoves him in the face. Should be a red. I'd love to watch it again, but for that, me is a red. Hot head Ribéry, and I reckon he's very, very lucky. Very, very lucky. I don't know who he does it on. There's a few tasty tackles. Enzonzi first. Vidal. Ribéry fouls one person. Should get he should. I think it's Yedder. No, it's not Yedder. So Ribéry chops one person, which is a yellow, and then we're not even being shown what happened after it. 2 yellows, says A. Ruiz. He's very, very lucky there, Ribéry. Whoever's bottled that, for me. Yes, Owen, we're aware Real Madrid are 1-0 up at the moment. I'm glad. You know, I've had really good reception the last 2 nights from my glasses, and I wear glasses for computer work, and just sometimes, because if you do YouTube, it's a lot of it's about lighting, and your eyes can get really tired. I mean, I'll do a behind the scenes video at one point, and there are some quite big lights I've got here, and they're very bright, and sometimes the eyes just get very tired. So wearing the glasses every now and again, it would be good. It is good. It is good. They haven't replayed what Ribéry did off the ball there, which the first challenge is a yellow, and I'm pretty sure it's not. Master Arano says, Mark, do you remember me? I do. Pretty old school name there. Yeah, where have you been, mate? Beck says, refs go easy in the Champions League. Apart from that horrific one, who remembers the quarter-final of Sir Alex Ferguson's last season at Old Trafford and that referee red-carding Nani? Ridiculous. Karan, do I like Real Madrid? To be honest, Juventus are my second team. From a kid, I always loved Juventus, but I've got to be selfish this year, and I've got to go for what's going to stop Man City and Liverpool. And He's booking Correa from Sevilla now for a dive. I think this ref's crap. I do. He's really bad. I don't know whether Correa is actually admitting he dived there or not. It's tempestuous, but the good thing about Bayern Munich is they do like a fight. Right, let's watch this back. Penalty. It's a penalty. Leaves his foot in. Penalty. Ref's had a nightmare. Ref's had a nightmare. So it's opened up. It's quite nice at the moment. What do I think about Vidal so far? Says Evie Burgess. I think he's actually carrying a bit of an injury on his knee because he seemed to have hurt his knee early on. I'm going to be totally honest with you because I'm not going to be blinded by when we signed Schweinsteiger. I loved Schweinsteiger. And throughout my whole life, I've loved, not my whole life, but throughout the whole of Schweinsteiger's career, I really liked him and would have loved him in his prime at Manchester United. And when we signed him, I mean, the video we signed him, I think it was on a Saturday night or a Friday night it came out. And I did a video about 11 o'clock and I was absolutely ecstatic. It's probably the most excited I've ever been. And we signed him and I thought he was going to be brilliant. And he wasn't. He was coming towards the end of his career. So I'm not going to be blinded by fantasy of Vidal because I've always wanted Vidal at United, but I don't know at 31 as he will be in May if he's what we need. And from what I've seen so far, he doesn't seem to be getting round the ground as much as I remember him being able to do that. And if you come into the Premier League and you can't get round, then you've got a problem. Live chat's frozen, so I'll sort it out, don't worry. I don't know why on That's Football it does seem to do that a lot. There we go. Sorted. Would I take Robin? No, I think this is United's problem. You don't take players like that. I am scouting players, Rick Pal. So effectively, I'm scouting Bayern Munich anyway because I've not really watched them this season. But Vidal definitely. But I love football in general. That's why we started That's Football at the start of this season. I love football and I love to know and expand my knowledge on everything so that when it hits the summer and you have transfer rumours, you can actually speak. I mean, it's impossible to know everything, but you can actually speak with a sound bit of knowledge about players. So I try to watch as much football as I can. I am watching Vidal. I'm interested in Vidal and what he might offer if he is available in the summer, which it looks like he is. From Sevilla, I can't see United going for any Sevilla players, despite Mourinho's ridiculous comment that loads of Sevilla players would get in his United team. And you never know. You never know, do you? I mean, I really like Thiago. I wish we'd got him at United. I mean, what David Moyes was doing there. I'd like to see James Rodriguez come on because, to be honest with you, if James Rodriguez is on loan from Real Madrid for Bayern Munich, like he is, and he can't even get in their first team for a Champions League quarter-final, will Bayern Munich actually want to commit to signing James Rodriguez? And James Rodriguez is still in his mid-20s, so maybe he's a player that we could look at. So yeah, I'd like to see him come on as well. James Moore says, I don't think Twansibi should have gone to Aston Villa. I've not even looked at... Again, something I've really not kept myself in the loop with at all in relation to him, and I presume by that you mean he's not playing very often, because good chance for Sevilla there. Goal kick. Cross came in. Sevilla have actually got back into this game a lot more in the last few minutes. Well, Twansebe played at the weekend for Aston Villa. He's not playing today. He might just be being rested. He's not even on the bench today, so I'd imagine he's either got a bit of a knock or he's just being rested, to be honest. Rodriguez is a 2-year loan, says Jaden. Yeah, but these things can change. It's a bit like Douglas Costa at Juventus from Bayern Munich. Kessie at AC Milan as well. I mean, I know Kessie speaks about coming to United quite a lot, but I wasn't impressed with him in the Arsenal games, to be honest. Really good chance for Sevilla. Should have been 1-0. Really, really good chance. How did he miss it? Sevilla are the team who can't hit the ocean from a boat, but they did it against United, obviously. Oh, God. Anthony Muller. I don't know whether it's you or somebody keeps asking me this question all the time. Do you think Shaqiri's good enough for United? No, I don't really think he is, no. Beck says her dad and a lot of her mates are Villa fans and they like Twansebe. Yeah, I'm the same with you, Beck. I know a few Villa fans living in the Midlands, and a lot of them have been impressed with Twansebe. I've read comments about people who aren't impressed as well, but I've also seen the same with Fosu Mensah at Crystal Palace. Some Palace players saying he's been one of the players of the year, and then others are saying, no, he's been absolute pants. So it changes, doesn't it? Remember, if you're new to the channel, subscribe, bottom right hand corner. We're trying to get to 25,500 tonight. We are 22 minutes in this game. I've got to say I've thoroughly enjoyed it. Bayern Munich started off really well, but Sevilla have had the best chance, and Sevilla have come back into it in the last 10 minutes. Should have had a penalty. Ribery, I think, is a lucky boy to be on the pitch. He's been yellow carded, but that was for the tackle. What he did afterwards was, I've not seen the replay yet, but it looked like he stuck his hand on someone. What's up, fam? Says Video Gamer. All's good. Oliver X, what do I think about Man City versus Man United on Saturday? I think it's a difficult one. Did the combined 11 on the United stand today? That created controversy, didn't it? But that's honestly what I feel at the moment. I'm going to do Mourinho versus Pep debate tomorrow, based on what their times at both clubs over the last 2 years. And, you know, I've got an interesting theory on Mourinho, so watch the show tomorrow. But I don't know. I mean, would Pep really rest players because of the 2 legs against Liverpool? I don't want him to do that. I think that would be an even more embarrassment. Anthony Muller says that Juventus are playing well at the moment. What's my opinion on the United States national team, Brian Portillo? Very disappointed in them, because obviously we will be doing watch-alongs for the World Cup on this channel during the summer, and I'm disappointed there's no Italy, I'm disappointed there's no Chile, I'm disappointed there's no United States, and I'm disappointed there's no Holland in the World Cup, although having watched Holland, they were absolutely rubbish. Tell her I said it. No. Who do I think is going to win, Man City or Liverpool? Well, I'm doing that match tomorrow night on here, so you can watch it with me if you're watching it as a neutral or not a neutral. But I think that tomorrow's night's game is the most exciting one because it's at Anfield. The crowd will be up for it. Liverpool have beaten Man City before. That tie, I think City would love to get a score draw out of that. But I think Liverpool might win that, and then it makes it very interesting in the second leg. Sophie, I'm disappointed that there's no Ireland or any team from the British Isles other than England. Anthony Muller says Buffon's chances of World Cup glory is gone. Did he not win the World Cup already? When they won it in 2006? I don't know whether has Buffon won the World Cup? No, he has won the World Cup. Bayern Munich is Thiago Alcantara, straight at the keeper. Good save, good save. Straight at him though, not great. He's won it all. He's won it all. He's just not won the. He's not won the Champions League, has he? No, he's never won the Champions League. But he's won the World Cup. He's Vidal. Loses it. I think Vidal would get a lot of yellow cards in the Premier League. Let's put it that way. Hello, Louis Garcia. Lindita is a Milan fan. Good. Disappointed you didn't knock Arsenal out a couple of weeks ago, to be honest with you. I think we are doing an Arsenal watch. Let me have a quick look at that as well. Because That's Football's never as well organised as the United Stand in my mind. But that's not to say it's not important. It is. I just never really know what's happening. So quarterfinals in the Europa League this week are all at 8:05. It's Arsenal Moscow. Sevilla just had a corner, but looks like Bayern Munich will get rid of that. Vidal, well up. Lazio versus Red Bull Salzburg. RP Leipzig versus Marseille, and Atletico Madrid versus Sporting Lisbon. So we'll probably do Arsenal, CSK, Moscow. The semi-finals could be fantastic because you could have Arsenal, Atletico Madrid, Lazio and Leipzig, which would be a very, very good set of semi-finals. I think Arsenal are going to have to work very hard to win that tournament. I don't think they're going to win it, but I think they're going to have to work very hard. Adam T, I'm with you. I think I'd like Liverpool to go through against Man City and then lose in the semi-finals. I think Man City are more of a threat if they get through. Bigotis says Arsenal are going to win the Europa League. Unless somebody takes care of Atletico Madrid for them, I don't think they're good enough to beat them. And I agree with Mark Bolton. Welbeck's dive against Milan was disgraceful and disgusting. Justin Governard is watching from South Africa. And let us know where you're watching from, actually. We'll shout you all out where you are. Sophie says, do you guys cover transfer stories in the summer on this channel? We cover them already. We're doing a show at midday, every day at midday, where we talk about the latest football news. I mean, it's not always transfers. We speak about, Carragher's incident with the spitting and VAR. But in the summer, a lot of it will be transfers, and we're going to do a World Cup daily as well. So lots of things going on this channel. So make sure you subscribe and get involved. Stephen Dennis, who's your favourite Juventus player? I'd say it probably is Buffon. to be fair. Kian's in Galway. Sophie's in Ireland. Ricky Gadge is in Texas. Adiel Uvira is in Israel. Anton Malik, good question about Usain Bolt. I think it's a total gimmick. I don't think he's got any future as a footballer. He's too old, and I think it's just a big gimmick. James Yedda is starting for Sevilla, yeah. It's a cross, and it's come to nothing from the corner. Brian Portillo says, would you take a prime Rooney over a current Lukaku? Well, every day of the week and Sunday. Isaac Hurt is in Cork. Pankaj is in India. Ajay is in Brum. Brian O'Neill is in Dublin. Panman is in England. I Am Jones is in Walsall. Jacob is in Bristol. Cantona or Ronaldo? Says Alex Helvey. Ronaldo. Lindita supports Milan and Liverpool. You've gone down in my books now. No, you haven't. Everyone's welcome on here. Right, Sevilla on the break. Shoots from distance. Forces a save from the keeper. It's one of the best shots I've seen Sevilla ever hit from distance, actually. Their shooting was terrible against United from distance. Alex Bursula. I went 2-1 in both games. Both away wins, so 2-1 to Bayern, 2-1 to Real Madrid. Sam's from Lincoln. Karan's from India. Begottis is from Canada. And Nick Pandragon is from the Gold Coast. Here we go! It's a goal for Sevilla! They want a handball by Munich. You're not going to get it. It's right on the back post. It's been coming. It's been coming. Cross came into the back post from an angle. First touch, Bayern Munich is saying there's been a handball, but he controls it well. Ends up in a one-on-one situation. Boom, back of the net. It's 1-0 to Sevilla. Nice cross, that's not the problem. It's whether he controls it with his hand. He probably does, but the finish is good. I think he probably does use his arm, but the finish is good. And to be honest with you, they should have had a penalty anyway, so... well deserved. Sevilla have been the better team, I feel, in the last... I don't know what everyone else thinks, but I think Sevilla have been the better team. It's Sarabia with the goal. Oh, I think it'd be harsh to give a handball, to be honest. And they haven't. It's 1-0. Let's update the score. There we go. 1-0, half an hour gone. So Bayern Munich need to go up a level. The worrying thing about Bayern Munich is they started off fantastically well for the first 5 minutes, and I thought, bloody hell, they're a good team. For the last half an hour, they've just not been very good, and you think, what could Man City or Liverpool do to Bayern Munich? I'll tell you what, the Express is a funny old paper in the UK as well. They're reporting that United are going to offer 175 million for Mo Salah. I mean, it's just wrong on all sorts of levels, isn't it? I mean, I wouldn't even want Salah at United because he's a Liverpool player, and I respect that rivalry between the two clubs. I know loads of Liverpool players, loads of Liverpool fans wouldn't want Ab, they wouldn't want De Gea because he's played for United. It's nothing to do with them being world class. How they would report that or not, I don't know. So tell you what, it's a tasty old game between Sevilla and Bayern Munich. There's lots of little digs and stuff, which is making it quite good. I've not seen a game like this for a while. Anthony Martial says, I hope Sevilla go through. I hope you start against Man City, mate. It's all kicking off a little bit. Kimmich shoving Correa into the side hoardings. But are Sevilla players actually world class? Was Jose right, Rick Pam? No. I think Bayern Munich have just really gone off the boil, to be honest with you. Where is Lewandowski, says Seba. Exactly. They've been very poor, Bayern Munich. They started off well, but they've been very poor in the last half an hour. And Sevilla are playing with some confidence. Chris Rock says Bayern are boring. Most of the teams are boring in football, but United fans are too arrogant. And Vidal is going to come off, I think, which is a shame. The knee's gone. And James, well, the positive is that James Rodriguez is coming on, and I did want to see him play, so that's a positive, isn't it? Hard to judge Vidal because I think he did injure his knee very, very early on in that game. Tony Cruz has just hit the bar in the Real Madrid game. Yeah, Vidal twisted his knee literally in the first 2 or 3 minutes, and I think he's been trying to carry on, but maybe that's why he's not been so quick across the ground. Very hard to judge him on a game like that, on a game like this. Well, anyway, here's Bayern on the break, and it is James Rodriguez, number 11. Nice little ball out wide. It's gone in! Well, what a mistake by Sevilla. It's 1-1, and it's Ribéry, and the keeper's had a clanger. My eyes are on... it goes wide to Ribéry, and my eyes are on Lewandowski in the middle, because I think that's where the ball's going. The cross is crap. It looks crap. And it's at the keeper, low, and he seems to fumble it in as we watch it back. Rodriguez will get an assist. Cross comes in, deflection. That's what it is. Ribéry's cross is coming in, and it deflects as it's coming in, and it catches the keeper out. He tries his best. It's just bad luck. You can't even say that it's a clanger. There's a deflection on the cross, and the keeper at full strength can't keep it out. Lucky goal, 1-1. 1-1, Bayern Munich. Probably not what they deserve on the balance of play, if I'm totally honest, but... not always how it works, is it? And it might be a kick up the arse for Bayern Munich, but unfortunate for Sevilla. Little bit of luck can go a long way. 1-1. Giovanni, I've watched enough of Tony Cruz this season. I don't need to scout him. Panman says, thank God. James' first touch, pretty much, Mark. And very interesting as well that James Rodriguez is sort of playing in that midfield 3 on the left-hand side. I say that not because I think there's any prospect of, well, you never know, there's any prospect of United or any other club getting James Rodriguez, but I think from an interesting point of view, United could have got James Rodriguez last summer and they chose not to do it. And I would like to draw some comparisons to what Pogba does in that position compared to Rodriguez, who effectively is the left side of a midfield 3, but he's bombing forward every chance he gets. Javi Martinez is a very good player as well. Lukaku or Lewandowski? I think a lot of people would say Lewandowski, but it depends what you want. I mean, Lukaku brings a lot to United because of his ability to... oh, here we go. Sevilla might be in. Cross it! Oh, he went with the wrong pass. Sevilla are not giving up. Corner. Good game this, good game. Darani says that Juventus is so much better than Madrid. Well, I ain't watching it at the moment, I'm watching this one. But you can watch the watch-along for Juventus versus Real Madrid. That is on with Xander. It's still 1-0 in that game. And... would I have Lacazette or Morata, says Sanchez. I still quite like Morata. I don't think Lacazette's a top 4 striker, to be honest. I think the keeper does quite well to keep that deflected Ribéry goal in, to be honest. It looked like he made a mistake at first, but the deflection on the corner... the deflection on the cross made it virtually impossible for him to do anything about it. How many United players get into a Bayern Munich 11, says Shinchi Kagawa? Well, you start off with the complimentary and definite De Gea. I suppose if Neuer's back fit, some people would say not, but I still think De Gea's better than him. Other than that, I still think Eric Bailly again. I think played in the right position, in the right team, Pogba would get in as well. And Lukaku potentially in a Bayern Munich team as well. I've got to be honest, I think he could do quite well. Please subscribe to the channel if you're new. Bottom right hand corner, click the icon, subscribe. We're live every day at midday on That's Football, talking the latest football news in general. And also we have got watch-alongs. Obviously we're live at the moment with Bayern Munich versus Sevilla. Xander's doing Real Madrid versus Juventus. If you want to watch him, he's live on the channel as well. And tomorrow night we've got both Champions League games. Thursday we've got Arsenal CSK Moscow, and then Saturday we've got the Liverpool derby. Manchester derby will be on the United stand because that's our Manchester United channel. But Sevilla are coming again. Here we go. Go for the box, lad. Oh, good block. And they'll clear it. But Sevilla are causing problems. Sevilla are causing problems for Bayern Munich. It's not been a foregone conclusion by any means. Here's Lewandowski's first chance to really break away. And Bayern Munich have really not created anything. They're passing backwards now. Good question from Blishard Crushing. If people want to answer it, he says, what do I think about Arsenal's future in general? I think while they've got Arsene Wenger in charge, they'll never win a Premier League again. And I think their next manager after Wenger sort of leaves it an air of uncertainty as to where they might go. I think Arsenal's problem now is that they've always had good players and underperformed, but I don't really think they've got good players anymore. You think about players that have left, like, over the years, have they really replaced Sanchez that well? I mean, Mkhitaryan was at United. I don't think he's Premier League worthy. Aubameyang's a goal scorer. So Arsenal are in a difficult situation because they're not going to be anywhere near the top 4 this year. And next season, I think Spurs are a better team. Man City will still be a better team. Liverpool and United could still be a better team. Chelsea will invest in the summer. So where does that leave Arsenal? I think Arsenal are the 6th best team in England. and they're going to have a hell of a fight to try and get better than that. Just about to approach half-time. Bayern Munich coming down the right-hand side this time. Cleared, and I think that'll be a throw-in. Arsenal fan TV would obviously want Wenger to stay forever. I don't think they do. I think they'd love to see not. Lovely little ball into the box there. He is offside. Kimmich. Prince R9. Vidal did start the game, twisted his knee very early on and hasn't lasted. He went off about 10 minutes ago, but James Rodriguez came on. James Moore says, how can you beat Dortmund 5-0 and play like this? They've been disappointing. Bayern Munich have been disappointing. The first 5 minutes looked like they were going to really cause a few problems, but Sevilla have been in this game, not as much as they were against United, to be fair. It's been more 50-50, but Sevilla are in the game, and I'm surprised by that. Good point by Sebastian. It says, if Rashford was in the Bundesliga for a team like Dortmund or Leipzig, he'd be 25 plus goals a season striker, which I totally do agree with. I really do. I think you're right. Third guy, how many points would Bayern win the Premier League by? I'll honestly state I don't necessarily think they'd win the Premier League. I think it would be between them and Manchester City. Manchester City have got a squad more than good enough to compete with Bayern Munich. I think Bayern Munich and Man City would be one of those two, really. Give us your thoughts. I don't think there's a massive world of difference between the two. I honestly don't. Dybala's been booked for diving in the other game. Still 1-0 there. Ronaldo. Good half. It's half time. Diaz says it would have been good if you'd done the Juventus versus Real Madrid game. I will do it next week. Got Xander on it this week. The reason I didn't do it is because I wanted to watch Bayern Munich. I haven't seen them this season, so wanted to give them a watch, and not been massively impressed by them. I think they look like they're in third gear. They don't look anywhere near what they did in the first 5 minutes, but they go in 1-1. They can't be unhappy with that, I suppose. So half time in Juventus versus Real as well. Okay, let's see what people are saying. Tomorrow night, I hope both teams lose. Yeah, I know what you mean as a United fan. Guitar Man 96 says, I'm not too sure if Dybala would be strong enough in the Premier League. It is a slight concern as mine. I'm a big fan of Dybala, but I do have slight concerns about that. Subscribe if you're new. We are one away from 25,400. So if you've not subscribed to the channel, bottom right hand corner, click and subscribe and get involved. Got loads of things going on with That's Football over the next few days, weeks and months. We're building towards the World Cup. We're going to set ourselves a challenge to try and have a watch along for every single World Cup game. I don't even know if that's technically possible, but we could watch 2 or 3 games at the same time maybe, because the third games normally all kick off at the same time. So lots and lots to get involved with. So make sure you subscribe, click your bell, and get your notifications on. I think Sevilla have been good. I don't think they've been as dominant as they were in the Manchester United ties, where they really dominated possession. I mean, Bayern Munich have certainly not let them do that. But in a 50-50 tie, I think Sevilla might feel a little bit aggrieved that they're going in at 1-1 instead of actually winning, because I still haven't seen the Ribery tackle, yellow card, but he then continues to another Sevilla player and sees to shove him in the face, which should be another yellow card. So don't really know what happened there. I thought they also had a penalty where he booked the player for diving. That should have been a yellow card as well. Sorry, it should have been a penalty as well. So lots and lots going on in that game, and I think Sevilla probably shaved that first half. But Bayern Munich with that away goal, little bit of luck from a Ribery cross, deflecting in, keeper can't do anything about it. So yeah, decent half. Hope to see more of Bayern Munich in the second half. Look, I've got to be totally selfish here. Sevilla, I don't see any romantic element in Sevilla going through. This is about. For me, this is about Liverpool and Manchester City not winning this Champions League as a Manchester United fan. So I want Bayern, Barcelona and Real Madrid all to go through because I want it to be as hard as possible for one of those two teams to win it. So Sevilla going through makes it easier for them. So I don't want that to happen. I would be a 99 rated player on FIFA Pan Man if they ever actually do me as a sort of legend. Hate Real Madrid, they dive everywhere, says Darnell Shaw. You want it to be fair, Sevilla have dived a lot. Tom Daly would be proud. They have dabbed a lot. Dabbed. I've just read Chris Tech Tips' thing. Imitate Carragher's spit, says Anthony. Well, I don't spit. Vidal's playing good, says Emil. No, he's not even on. He's not even on the bloody pitch anymore. He got subbed off. So twisted his knee in the first few minutes and played on for half an hour. Never really recovered. So yeah, he's gone off. But Rodriguez is on. James Rodriguez is on, and it's a good opportunity to watch Bayern Munich if you're a culture vulture like me and you love your football. It's a good opportunity to watch them, and it's my first opportunity to watch them this season. That's a big rubber, isn't it? It's not even because I'm holding it up. It's massive. It's a massive rubber. It's a massive rubber, look. Bigger than my mouth, and that's right up against it. I'm not dabbing. Like, share and subscribe, people, says Beck Howell. Yeah, please do share the video. We've got 853 people watching, which is fantastic for this channel. So make sure you like the video, subscribe if you're new, and let's see if we can hit that target of 25,500 tonight. If you can see below the live comments, you can see we're on 25,408. I'm sure there's a few of you that haven't subscribed yet. Bottom right hand corner, click that subscribe button and get involved. Chris Tech Tip says it's leg day tomorrow, lads. I need to start doing arms day. I've got arms like a bloody stick man. And they haven't always been like that. I just haven't done anything for a long time. I'm going to get back into it. Like the video or else you're childish, says Matthew McFadden. We'd have give Bayern a game, says Jack Brown, as we wouldn't have been overconfident. Quickfire has subscribed to the channel. Would be a good second half in both the matches, says Aniket. I don't think he's Welsh. And I really want Sevilla to win, says Tip. The head is star. Bushetta. Matthew, don't use tea. Listen to your fans, Mark. Dab. No, I'm going to listen to common sense. What Sevilla needs to be at the level of Barca and Real Madrid, says Blisher Crushing. About 400 million quid. But they did miss a sitter. I'm just watching it back there. What a chance that was. I sort of... This was at 0-0. Cross comes in again from the left-hand side. Literally drops to... is it Yedder it falls to there? On the penalty box. Goal gaping. Keeper's in goal, but you've got to score a chance like that. And... but they did score eventually. Probably was a bit of an element of a handball to it, but 1-1. Harambe says Manchester United fans are deluded. I'm not deluded at the moment. I mean, I did say before the Liverpool game that we'd beat them. I said before the Chelsea game that we'd beat them. Am I going to go for the hat-trick and say we'll beat Man City? No. No, I'm not. One, we're not at home. And two, I'm not bloody stupid. I think we're going to do... I think United are going to have to pull out something ridiculous to get a result at Man City. I think we can do that. But... I'm not going to go with that. Cal Davis 14. How have Sevilla played? Very, very well. I think they played very well, considering they're missing Banega. But I think Bayern Munich really dropped off after 5 minutes, and I don't know whether losing Vidal and him playing with an injury for half an hour sort of blow their momentum a little bit, but they've not been so good. I do think Bayern Munich will still win 2-1 though. Sanchez says, would you like Pep Guardiola to rest at the weekend? Oh, I hate that. I hate the prospect of that. Manchester derby, and he might rest players. I really don't want to see that happening. It just creates an excuse, doesn't it? That even if United win, you didn't beat our first team. But if you draw or lose, haha, you couldn't even beat our first team. So I don't want that situation. Guitar Man says, I bet Mourinho does what he did to Liverpool in 2014. Turn up, shut up, City and walk home with a smug smile as he usually does. Yeah, he might. And Jack Brown says he wants Bayern Munich to win, but not to humiliate Sevilla because it just looks bad on them. And Lionel Messi says, don't lie, Mark, you would love City to play their second team. I know there's a lot of people getting excited about that. I'm not excited by that. Why would you be excited about the fact that City might put out their reserves against United? I think it puts... I just don't see the positive in it at all. They're going to win the title anyway. And I think City's reserves might be more pumped up for it anyway. They won't be tired. So, Mark J says he thinks Bayern are going to win the Champions League. Well, they need to have a much better second half from what I've seen of them. They've got very good players, but they've not been very good in that half. They look very static up front. Lewandowski and Muller just don't have a lot of pace, do they? What a first half, says Joy Deep, in the Juventus versus Real Madrid match. We've got a watch-along going on with that with Xander if you want to watch the second half of that. So I'm going to stick with this one. And Anthony Muller wants a fair game on Saturday. I want to see City's best team against our best team, to be honest, as well. We will beat Man City 1-0. Anthony Martial will score, mark my words. I'd love it. James Carter, is it true that you got asked for selfies at Old Trafford? No. And would love Kimmich or Alaba at United. They're really good attacking wing backs. Giovanni, good points. And I think United should put out their reserves versus them as well, just to say up yours. Daniel McConaughey says, great game so far. And Mark, did you see Mata call Martial the French Ronaldo? Loved it. I didn't. I like it though. I like it a lot. So we're closing in on the second half, and if Mourinho doesn't have a best team, that we won't see. Says Active Dan. Do I rate Kingsley Coman? Yes, he's injured at the moment, Scotty Sinclair, but he's a good player. And Blishard Crushing. Any plans for the sponsor button on the United Stand? It's not available to us at the moment, mate. I haven't seen any channels that have got it at the moment. I know a lot of gamers have got it, but we haven't got it, and I don't really know what it's all about. So I should have to look into it. But if you want to comment and tell us who has got it and how it works, I'd be interested to read. We don't hate on these channels, Harambe. Banter, yes, no hate. Sally Devil Red 7, exactly. This is a channel for everybody. This one, you know, United Stand's obviously a Manchester United channel, but this channel's for everybody. And I should do a Football Manager 2018 series. It's pure. Oh, maybe I will. Maybe I will. I think it'd be funny if Klopp did go to Bayern, Mega Darryl, but I don't think he will. Yeah, Zushas, I think you're right. Thanks, Dean. Thanks, Brandon. It's 3:45 AM in Malaysia and Brandon's watching. Any FIFA vids coming up, Beck? Yeah, they will be. You know what? In all honesty, I haven't done a FIFA video in a while because my PS4, my daughter went on it, broke it, so I had to reset it, which meant I couldn't log on to PSN anymore, and I lost my career mode. And now I can't remember what my password is, so I need to ring them up and sort it out. So yeah, I will get back on there at some point. Yes, Michael Hubbard, we've got 2 streams at once. Xander's doing Real Madrid versus Juventus, and I'm doing Sevilla versus Bayern. This is the brilliance of this channel, really. The efforts that we're putting in to sort of cover a lot of football for you, and we're sort of trialling it for the World Cup as well. So yeah, get involved. I mean, the whole watch-along scene on That's Football, for me, it's not, obviously it's not as pressurised as United, because I don't support the teams that I'm watching. It's just games that I would watch, and that's, you know, it's why it's nice and relaxing just to watch a game with each other and interact and have a chat, so it's good. Mark, if Jose makes United play like his Chelsea side, can we beat Man City then? Says Karan. Big summer for Manchester United. And have a look at Martinez in South Africa to next tip to be the next Aguero. Unreal striker, only 20, scored 10 in 14 for Racing Club. That's from Guitarman 96. I'll have a look at it. Ryan Plant says, you're not from Manchester like most United fans. Oh, poor Ryan. He actually took time to think that comment out and write it and think that anybody actually gives a shit. And I haven't played PUBG, whatever that is. Blizzard Crushing. Who scored Sevilla's goal, please? Respond. Oh, God. I've had a brain blank myself. Who scored it? Was it Barabia? That's Ronaldo. That's Ronaldo. That's Ronaldo. What the fuck? What the fuck? Sarabia, sorry. Not Barabia. Anyway, we're about to kick off with the second half. And thanks for everybody who's subscribed. We're very close to 1,000 people watching, which is immense for a program like this. And we are closing in on 25,500 subscribers, which is what we set as a target before tonight. So please do subscribe if you are new, bottom right hand corner. Remember, we're live at midday every day, and we're off with the second half as well. Let me get the timer up for you. Yeah, midday with the latest football news every weekday, and also we've got watch-alongs for you tonight and tomorrow night for the Champions League, and Thursday night for Arsenal, and Saturday for the Liverpool derby. I'll be doing the Manchester derby on the United stand. And I'm going to take this opportunity in a minute to just get another beer because I've run out. A few people shouting out for Sevilla now. Suleiman Hussein and A. Ruaz says, come on, Sevilla. Alexandro isn't playing well for Juventus, says Anthony Martial. Is Salah a one-season wonder? We'll see next year. So let's see if Real Madrid can actually start getting into this game a little bit more. They've got by far the better players, but they've struggled. Sevilla have pressed them very, very high up the pitch, which is what Bayern Munich were doing. But Sevilla seem to be more than happy to just... I mean, Sevilla are a very hard team to play against, I must admit. They do press you high up the pitch. They're all pretty good on the ball. And they like a little tumble. They like a dive. Mega Darrell's right. People did say Harry Kane was a one-season wonder. Right, give me a moment. I'm just going to get another beer. Still 0-0 anyway. Still 0-0. tell you what, I don't want to just get sponsored by Foster's as well. Pringles would be nice. I'd love to be sponsored by them as well. If anyone's watching who works for Pringles, that's football. We'll do it. So I'm on the barbecue, Texas barbecue at the moment. It's interesting though, because from what I've seen of Bayern Munich so far, I wouldn't be overly confident about them at Anfield or the Etihad if they played one of those two in the semi-final. And in some ways, in many ways, Anfield is a tougher game than the Etihad because obviously Liverpool have had fans who've been supporting the club for decades, whereas City have got fans who've been doing it for minutes. Here we go. This should be... Oh, what a tackle that is. What a tackle that is. It's coming towards the Sevilla striker on this penalty box and a slide tackle just puts him off. I think it was Javi Martinez. Brilliant. Sweet chili Pringles, Carmichael. Oh, I'm all over them. I'm rocking them. I agree with you, SB. We've got a brilliant Pringles conversation going on now. Beck Howell says that salt and vinegar Pringles are the one. They are nice. SB says barbecue anything are the best. I agree. I think you could put barbecue on cauliflower and it tastes lovely. Mark J says Texas barbecue and prawn cocktail are the best. They're normally the two I do order, and I'll say they're for the kids, but they won't get many. Matthew McFadden, I'm going to have to disagree with you here because he says, where's his comment? Those who ate sour cream Pringles in a busy room as children are probably serial killers now. Yeah, they did smell, but I do like them. Oh. I left them in the kitchen because I'll just eat a whole packet. I'll tell you what, I agree with Media Live. Retro, ready salt, choking on it. Ready salted Pringles remind me of being a teenager. They take me back, and they're nice as well. They are nice. Blizzard Crushing, I don't remember seeing you on the United stand, but I normally do. Paprika ones are nice as well. Doritos are good. I agree with Doritos. I'm loving this Chris conversation. I'm absolutely loving it. I'm watching Bayern Munich Sevilla, but I love it. This is one of the things I love about doing watch-alongs and stuff is you can just wander into different conversations. Right, I've been told that there was a super chat that we missed, and I don't want us to do that. So let me just have a look. Adil Will Vida said, who do you think Vadal would replace at United? Thanks for the contribution, pal. And Biosphere says, right, Mark, would rather get stabbed than get Salah. Bloody hell. Thanks for the contribution. What I would say is, who would Vidal replace at United? Well, I can think of two players straight away. Carrick's going, Fellaini's going, hopefully. So, yeah, that would be the two. We're 25 subscribers short of 25,500, which would be great to hit tonight. Juventus versus Real Madrid. Xander's got 124 people watching. I've got 784. So we're nearly at a combined 1,000 people watching tonight, which is great. So thanks everybody who's getting involved with the channel, subscribing. We're building a brand new community here, which is exciting if you're from it from the start, because people always say about the United stand, oh, you know, I wish I'd been involved from the start. Well, with That's Football, you can be, and who knows where it could be, where it could end up. But I think we're gonna have a lot of fun on this channel. It's relaxed, isn't it? You know, because we're just talking football, really. I remember Salt and Shake Crisps. Let's go back through these live comments. Bayern Munich are just passing it around the midfield and the defence a lot at the moment. Although, here they come down the right-hand side. Cross comes in. Ribery, get it. It's in the box. Ribery. Corner ball. Let's go. Anything that's spicy and tastes good is brilliant, says Durrani. Doritos, chili and tangy cheese, says Sally Devil Red 7. Oh, yes. Smoky bacon Pringles are amazing, says Shut. There seems to be lots of Pringle flavours that I haven't actually had in a while, and the sweet chili ones are calling me. Steak crisps at a go. I tell you what, Matthew McFadden, how's about this one? How's about this? McCoy's steak McCoy's are absolutely banging, aren't they? The Ridgers are brilliant. Offside by Munich, then he scored. Beef hula hoops, says Mega Daryl. Crunk King 232 says anything ready salted is for boring people. I would agree with you, but ready salted Pringles actually do have their own sort of salty sort of flavour, which is nice. Thai sweet chili, says Aaron O'Brien. Steve Oku says hello. Monster Munch and hula hoop, says Snaps. I used to like Monster Munch, but I find them a bit overpowering now. I think they suit you better in your childhood and 20s. I think when you get into your 30s, the pickled onion, your palate changes and it just doesn't work for me as much anymore. Discos, Salim Hussain, yeah, I like them. Favourite Walker's crisps? Probably cheese and onion or prawn cocktail, if I'm honest. The trouble with a normal bag of Walkers is they don't satisfy you, and the grab bags are just ridiculous, aren't they? Here we go. Ooh, just shoots over the bar. I think that was Rodriguez that time. Who's playing better, Callum Christie? I'd say Bayern Munich is sort of stepping it up a little bit, but it still could go either way, this one. Beck Howell, I remember that watch along in the United Stand when we were talking about baby names. Ronaldo is such a great goal poacher, says Chuck. Quavers, I think they're for babies, really. I remember my niece having Quavers and she was about 3. Oh, here we are. Now we're moving on to fizzy drinks now. We're doing a tour de force. This is getting too good. So, Blushes Crushing says Dr. Pepper or Pepsi or Coca-Cola. Feel free to talk about your crisps still. For a long time, I always preferred Pepsi. Dr. Pepper, I agree with Alan Partridge, is a bit like fizzy Benylin. And I think I'll go with Coke now, to be honest. I think I'll go with Coke. I love Indian food, Joy Deep. I love it. I like Chinese food as well. But I do like my Indian food. Prawn on puri as a starter, a nice tikka masala, garlic naan, and some pilau rice back of the net. Lucozade, Nicholas Pitt. Oh, it's just so sugary though, isn't it? I always used to go buy myself a bottle of Lucozade when I was playing football though, because it's lots of energy. Vanilla Coke. I like Cherry Coke Goat 1996. Tato's, Ireland's finest, says Kieran Byrne. No, Kieran, I lived in Ireland for 3 years. This is going to be totally an exclusive for our Irish viewers because no one else is going to have a bloody clue about this. But the best crisps in Ireland are Hunky Dory's Buffalo flavour. Buffalo flavour. Hunky Dory's. Ramos is banned for the second leg. I think he got a yellow card. Guitar Man 96. I don't drink many fizzy drinks anymore, to be honest with you. I drink a lot of water for the same reason. Favourite cereal, Bran Flakes, keeps you regular. Hunky Dory's Buffalo, Mark J, high five, yeah. I feel sorry for people who haven't had them. Buffalo flavoured Hunky Dory's. They're a little bit like McCoy's. Tiago's just had a nasty little tackle on him there, follow through. I think that should be a yellow. Callum Vidal went off in the first half with a bad knee. Very hard to judge him, even though he was on for half an hour. Manchester United Youth Review says, Mark, you're my favourite YouTuber. Get your snacks, then Mark Goldbridge and chill. I mean, to be honest with you, I'm still stuck with, obviously, I do United Stand, I do this, and I still think there's a gap somewhere to do some sort of channel that is like not football and, you know, these sort of conversations. But I struggle with how to do it, because the conversations are so, the good conversations we have, like we just had about crisps there, they're not staged, are they? It just flows. So Scotty Sinclair's asking me, do I believe in God? From crisps to pop to God. Favourite chocolate bar at the moment would have to be the Cadbury's Dairy Milk. The Cadbury's one, I think they call them Marvellous Creations, with the popping candy and the jelly in it. I love them. Jack Brown, I agree. I wouldn't go. Based on Vidal tonight doing his knee, that would be enough for me to say no. Matthew McFadden says, best cereal is Special K, don't at me. Best cereal for me, and I don't eat a lot of it anymore because it's totally unhealthy, is Kellogg's Crunchy Nut. Manchester United scored 6 goals for his high school football team today and we won 6-0. Well done, mate. Maybe a star of the future. Yeah, maybe we'll just do a live stream off my Mark Goldbridge channel. We'll just go live and do it that way. Although, what I would say is we have got our Patreon page now. And although it is $2 a month, what's $2 a month when you're getting 3 videos a week? And we are on a Thursday night at 8:30 just doing a Q&A. And a lot of it, actually a lot of that's meant to be to do with football. But we did wander into my life on the beats last week. So that's on a Thursday at 8:30. Patreon, the United Stand, if you want to join us on that. Who would I like at my club, Manchester United, from Bayern and Sevilla? Well, I like Thiago. I really like Thiago. It just pains me that Moyes didn't sign him. I'd be intrigued by Rodriguez, to be honest. I've got that bloody Bob Marley song in my head now. Buffalo Soldier. I don't even like Bob Marley. I don't dislike him, I hasten to add, but who's been watching The Walking Dead lately? A lot of you probably won't do. I'll tell you what, I don't think there's much. I don't know what was going on with Rick last night, but that, you know, it's very difficult to come back from that. I know he's grieving, but that was pretty naughty what he did, I must say. Don't want to give any spoilers, but yeah, it was naughty. I'm struggling to like Rick anymore, if I'm honest. I'm starting to like Negan more and more. But I think it's getting good. You know, I don't understand how, in general, whether you watch The Walking Dead or not, if you've invested in watching any series for longer than 3 seasons and you suddenly say, oh, I don't like what they're doing with it, I'm not watching it anymore. I don't get those people. I think if you watch a series for longer than 3 series, surely you've got to keep watching it until the end. I mean, I remember one of the Game of Thrones series and people were like, oh, I hate it, I'm not watching it anymore. Yet they've probably watched it for 4 seasons. Yeah, it might be a bad season, but you don't give up on it. Hey, somebody just said this game between Sevilla and Bayern is boring. there's no the great thing is about That's Football is that because we've been doing watch-alongs on the United stand for so many years, and we did it through Van Hal, which is the worst football you could ever watch, we've sort of got watch-alongs as a community down to a fine art that they will never be boring, even if the game we're watching is boring, because we'll just wander off into topical conversation and entertain ourselves. So the football obviously is the star of the watch-along, but we never worry if it gets boring. Sly Ninja Gaming gave up when they killed Glenn. It was hard to come back from that, I admit. It was hard to come back from it, but more and more, and I'm not giving spoilers away here, I sort of sympathise with Negan's situation, and it's only because Glenn and Abraham were like obviously characters that we'd invested time in. Actually, when you look at it from Negan's situation, what was he supposed to do? Rick and them lot just kept coming and killed a load of his people. He had to do something, so there we go. Yeah, Beckhouse right. Watch-alongs are good because if it's dead, we just talk shit. Spot on. There we go. Daniel McConaughey, have you watched Shooter on Netflix? Is that the one with Ryan Felipe? I need to revisit it. I watched about 8 episodes and I liked it, and then it had a couple of stupid episodes and I lost interest. I'm watching one at the moment, which I'm not going to tell you what I'm watching. Ronaldo scored an overhead kick. Ronaldo is simply the best. Well, Real Madrid are going to the semi-finals, which is good because the second leg they can sort of relax into it a bit. I'm just going to drop over onto Xander's stream actually and just see is he looking happy or not. Oh, he's very animated. He looks animated. Looks like he's going to cry. There you go. How nice of that is me as well, you know. I let him do Real Madrid Juventus tonight. I could have been live watching a Ronaldo worldie, and instead I'm talking about crisps in a dull Bayern Munich Sevilla game. But I wouldn't rather be anywhere else, but I would like to have seen it. Ronaldo's the king, Jared. It's funny, my daughter was doing a project today for school, and I came in, I just took the dog out for a walk, and she went, I'm doing this project, it's about football, Messi's the best player in the world. I said, who? I said, says who? She says, oh, I've just been doing some research. I said, no, seriously, what a save from Sevilla there. How it's not 2-1. Cross comes into the back post, Martinez, he's got to score. Keeper makes a good save, but he's got to put his foot through it and bury it. Should have been 2-1 by Munich. Yeah, he's got to score. Good save by the keeper. It's not as easy as I thought it was first time because he's got to hit it on the volley, but yeah, good save. Anyway, she said, I read it on some article online, and I said, but, you know, I said, Messi's not the best in the world. She says, well, who is? I said, Ronaldo. She says, no, it says Messi. I said, no, some people will say it's Messi. I've always said it's Ronaldo. Dybala's been red carded as well. What did he do? Tell us what Dybala did, Ben, because what's he done, everybody? Tell me what he did. Tell me what he did. And it's a goal for Bayern Munich. They finally got the goal. 2-1. I predicted 2-1. And it's that man, Thiago. Thiago with the goal. Let's watch it back. It's from a cross. Could have been playing for United if it wasn't for David Moyes. Instead, he went for fucking Fellaini. Makes the blood boil. It's Ribery with the cross. He's got loads of space. He heads it down. I don't know whether he heads it down onto a Sevilla foot. He does, you know. It's an own goal again. 2 own goals. Heads it back across the goal, Thiago, and defender knocks it in. 2 own goals for Sevilla. We're 20 subscribers away from 25,500. Please do subscribe. It'd be nice to hit that tonight. Zushas is jumping on the Goldbridge bandwagon now. He says Real Madrid are going to win the Champions League. I said it when Real Madrid were crap back before Christmas. I said Real Madrid will win the Champions League because the team that they've got can't continue to play as bad as they have done for so long. They've got the best midfield 3 in the world. It's the best balanced midfield 3 in the world. Casemiro, Kroos and Modric. It's the best midfield 3 in the world. They've then got a world-class left-back in Marcelo. Carvajal's very good at right-back. Ramos and Varane are arguably the best centre-back pairing in the world. Their keeper's a bit weak, but he ain't bad. And then up front, you've got Ronaldo, one of the 2 best footballers that have lived in the last 30 years. They've got Bale on the bench. You've got Isco. You've got Asensio. I mean, Benzema's a bit crap, to be honest. But other than that, I think Real Madrid will walk it, to be honest. And I hope they do in a way, because I don't want Man City to win it. But anyway, I'm doing Bayern Munich, aren't I? That was a good decision. But I'm doing Manchester City tomorrow night, so that's going to be a lot of fun, isn't it? I hate Man City and Liverpool. Kevin O'Callaghan remembers me saying that Real Madrid will win the title, the Champions League. 3 in a row if they do it as well. In the modern day, you know what? I always say to everybody, whatever you think about Messi and Ronaldo, you're living in a time where you'll look back on it for the rest of your footballing lives, that we lived in a time where Ronaldo and Messi were around, because they're on another planet. They are on another planet. They are absolutely sensational players. If Real Madrid were to win the Champions League this year, it's another thing that you'll look back on and say, I remember that Real Madrid team that won it 3 years in a row. Because there's a lot of good teams out there. A lot of good teams out there. I've got to agree with Guitar Man 96. I do like Dybala, but I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced about him in the Premier League. 150 million quid, I think he'd cost. Brian, I need to watch The Last Jedi again, to be honest. I tell you who's impressed me. I think Ribery's been good tonight. Sevilla have not been that good second half, no. Now, of course, Ramos missing the second leg probably won't matter that much now. (3-0) to Real Madrid. Marcelo. He's world class as well. He's a brilliant left back, Marcelo. I'm definitely going to do another FIFA season. I'm sort of thinking about doing it over the summer. I'm definitely going to do another FIFA career. I'll probably do it on, I don't know what channel. It won't be on the United Stand. It'll either be on here or Mark Goldbridge channel. But I'll definitely do another FIFA. 3-0 to Madrid. I tell you what, you know, United kicked themselves for being out and watching Sevilla play Bayern Munich. But I'm sure Spurs fans feel the same again about Juventus. They should have got through that tie. That was just typical Juventus, big club experience, knocking out a team that for 10 minutes switched off at Wembley. I was really pleased that Man City or Liverpool didn't get Juventus, because I think they would have beat them. I love Juventus. I really do love Juventus, but I sort of feared that they would get beat well by Real Madrid, because Juventus are a team that is aging and on the decline. And as we saw with Arsenal against AC Milan, Serie A is a very entertaining league to watch, but the standard is not. It's hard to say where Serie A is in world football standard-wise, but they are not. They're not Premier League standard. They're not La Liga standard. I'd say they're arguably the fourth best league in the world, behind Italy, Premier League, and behind Premier League, Germany, and La Liga. But PSG would probably beat any Italian side as well. Aaron O'Brien says this Real team has to be one of the best ever. I think the thing about this Real Madrid team is, and I've said it a few times, what's impressed me about Zidane as manager at Real Madrid is that he sort of ignored the Galactico rulebook and built a team. I remember them playing in the Champions League final last year. Rodriguez is over a free kick here, so I'm just keeping an eye on it. I remember them playing in the Champions League against Juventus in the final last year. I think it was in Cardiff, wasn't it? And to be fair, Juventus were probably just about the best team in the first half. But Real Madrid won it because they're a team. And in the past, if Real Madrid didn't turn up, because they were Galacticos, and even in the days of Zidane and Beckham and Figo and all that lot, if they didn't turn up, they were capable of losing a game. But what Zidane's done is he's built a bloody good team that can graft. And that midfield three that they've got of Modric, Casemiro and Kroos arguably isn't the most glamorous midfield three in the world. But for a midfield balanced three, it is fantastic. He's built a really good team. I agree with Kieran Byrne. Casemiro was a real shrewd buy. Yeah, exactly. He's not a glamorous name, but just does all, provides such balance. Well, my score prediction was 2-1 for this game to Bayern Munich. I also said 2-1 Real Madrid and Juventus, but that's obviously wrong. But I might get this one right. Jack Brown, Gareth Bale will leave Real Madrid this summer, definitely. Xander wants to give up the second leg of Real Madrid Juventus now. No. He can have Real Madrid Juventus second leg, thanks. I'll be sticking to Man City, thanks. Man City Liverpool. About 15 minutes left in this game. Sevilla are going to need a goal, because they ain't gonna go to Germany and win. It's the way things are standing. It's looking like Real Madrid and Bayern Munich are going to go through. Well, Barcelona, Roma again. That is, for me, that's the Serie A versus La Liga thing, and I don't think Roma will have enough for Barcelona. Cross coming in there, keeps got hold it. If I was Juve and this was FIFA, this would probably be the point where I put the console off. So I'm Tony Muller. And Juve versus Real is like rock versus paper. They would perform much better against teams like Barcelona. No, I agree, Beck. I don't think Roma will get much change out of Barcelona. I mean, I think it's inevitable, isn't it? It's going to be Real Madrid, Bayern Munich and Barcelona will make up 3 of the 4 teams. And a lot of people will say it'll be Man City. But I've seen it over the years, not for a few years because we haven't had it for a while. But I remember the Chelsea-Liverpool games in the Champions League before. And I think Liverpool came out on top. because when it's a Premier League tie, form goes out the window. Andrew Williams thinks when Bayern Munich get a decent opposition, they'll go out. Well, that's what normally happens to Bayern. They normally get their game against Arsenal, don't they, where they batter them, but then when they get somebody decent, they go out. Oh, Beck. I've been asked this question before. Who would I prefer to win the Champions League, Liverpool or City? I would. Robban's coming on for Ribery. I mean, what a substitution that is to be able to make. I would rather Man City win the Champions League than Liverpool, because I just can't stand Liverpool winning another Champions League. But I'd hate City winning it as well. It's a horrible position. Lalo says that DT's been arrested, and bet he hasn't. I think it was Nzonzi there, just shooting wide. Ed Woodward's joined us. Too late, Vidal's gone off, Ed. I'd like to see a room. Robban is... Louis Muriel is coming on now for Yedda. A few people were asking about Muriel before he was on the bench. Slide Ninja Gaming says that City have got such a good chance it's scary. I think whoever wins this Champions League is going to really deserve it. This Champions League has excited me since Christmas, when everyone got through, because you could predict what was going to happen. There's some really good teams out there, and to win it, you're going to have to beat a lot of good teams. Like, the semi-finals are going to be brilliant, aren't they? You're going to have Barcelona, Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, and either Liverpool or Man City. That's 2 legs. You've got to get through that. Then you're going to have to play one of those teams in the final. So to win it is going to be very, very hard. And whoever wins it, as much as I hate to say it, because it could be Liverpool or Man City, I don't think it will be, and I hope it won't be. But if they did win it, you'd have to say, you can't argue with it. You can't be lucky over 2 legs. It's like, you know... Sevilla, ooh, good save. They are pushing Sevilla. I think they know they need a goal. Sandro with a shot there. And keeper pushes it out. Here we go, Sevilla, they're in the box again. Ooh! Wide. Jared, I haven't seen I'm going to watch the highlights later for the Juventus and Real Madrid game. I'll keep that back as a little treat for myself. Usman, I mean, I think anybody who writes Ronaldo off does it at their own peril. He always proves them wrong. That's why he's the best player in the world with Messi, because he's not just going to rest on his laurels. He takes his football, his physicality, his fitness very seriously. And if people doubt him, he'll just double up on training and make sure he's back. Lewandowski. Ooh, wide. I'll answer the question, Anthony. Alexandro or Marcelo? Marcelo's the best left back. That's why he plays for Brazil over Alexandro. He's fantastic. Dear Pesh says, is the Premier League overrated? They don't play well in the Champions League. Well, the Premier League's not. The Premier League in the mid-noughties dominated the Champions League. And then for 10 years, we haven't really done that. Man City don't really represent the Premier League because they're so far ahead of everybody else in the Premier League. I think Man City can compete for the Champions League at the highest level, i.e. the last four. But Arsenal, Chelsea, United, no. Liverpool, let's see what happens when they come. If they get through City, how good are Liverpool against someone like Real Madrid? I suspect they'll get absolutely destroyed. They've got a good front three, but their midfield and defence shouldn't come anywhere near. Yes, I'm doing Liverpool versus Man City watch along tomorrow night, so you can join me for that on this channel. That's football. Look forward to seeing you all. Sevilla are pushing for a leveller here, but still 5 minutes to go. We're blessed to have both Messi and Ronaldo playing at the same time since Kingdom FX. We are. I always used to say, I mean, I'm a Manchester United fan in case people don't know, and I always say this, that I used to say it when Sir Alex Ferguson was in charge and it felt like it would never end. Did used to say that no matter what, we'll look back on that period and realise how lucky we were because we'll probably never have it again. His dominance was just ridiculous, Sir Alex Ferguson, and it went on year on year on year. And the same with Ronaldo and Messi. You don't appreciate what you've got till you've gone, and we already know they're amazing, so imagine what it's going to feel like when they've gone. Do you think Carrick is set for a future Manchester United manager, says Susan McKinney? We'll have to see. He's a very intelligent player, so hopefully he'll be a very intelligent manager. VJ says, based on this first leg, would United have got through against Bayern? No. United have got no reason to think that we would get through versus Bayern. I mean, Bayern Munich have pretty much been the better team against Sevilla, who dominated us over 2 legs. So, I mean, I think Sevilla will be pretty pleased, but let's remember, Sevilla against United dominated that game and didn't score, did they? So, Bayern Munich will be very happy to win 2-1. I don't really feel that Bayern Munich have looked like a team that's come out of second gear, really. And I think Bayern Munich will be in the semi-finals now, and I think we'll get to see the real Bayern Munich in the semi-finals against a better side. A2A3 who scored? Sarabia for Sevilla, and then you could say Ribery and Thiago, but both goals took pretty big deflections that beat the keeper. I think he would have dealt with both quite comfortably. So I'd say they're both own goals for Bayern Munich, really. I do agree with what a lot of people are saying about Ronaldo, and I've said it as well. The reality with Ronaldo is he's done it in 2 leagues. He's done it in the Premier League and he's done it in La Liga. And he's won a major tournament with his national team, which has got nowhere near the depth of talent that Argentina has. Messi's never turned up in a World Cup, and he's only ever done it at Barcelona. And I think Messi, for me, probably, I understand why people say he's the best, but I've always said for over a decade I'd take Ronaldo because he suits the style of football I want to see better, and also he's done it. He's done it in 2 leagues. He's absolutely smashed it in 2 leagues. And Messi, when Messi comes out of that comfort blanket of Barcelona and plays for Argentina, he's not the same. GOAT 1996. I'd have to have a long hard think about what my favourite movie is, but one that always springs to mind that I really do like is The Departed. I really like it. 3 minutes to go. 3 minutes to go. And we've gone over 25,500 subscribers, which is great. So thanks everybody who's got involved with that. Poor old Xander is hemorrhaging viewers because I suppose at 3-0 everyone knows it's over there. There's a shot from Sevilla. They've had a go, Sevilla. They've had a go. I'll give them that. They've had a go. Louise, I'm not bored. I'm not bored. I've enjoyed the stream. It's been a good laugh. Tell you one film. Somebody just said Shawshank Redemption there. One film I've never watched the whole of. I only ever watched like 10 minutes or 15 minutes. I've never seen it, and I don't really. I sort of know what happens, but I've never watched the film to know for sure. The Green Mile. It was on the other night again. It's quite a long film, isn't it? I've never watched it from start to finish. I don't think I've even seen the end. I've heard what happens. Kieran Byrne, will you be watching the golf? I very rarely watch the golf. I like the Ryder Cup. Is that this year? Christmas. Die Hard is a Christmas film, although it was on over Easterbeck, and I did record it. And I nearly watched it, and then I thought, you didn't watch it at Christmas this year because I ran out of time. Don't watch Die Hard and keep it for Christmas. Matthew, tag me in when you've done it, or send it to me and I'll at you in it. Ali, I haven't. I'm going to take a look now. Yeah, good one. Peter Crouch has basically tweeted, there's only a few of us who can do that. The gist of Green Mile I get is that the guy didn't commit the murders, but they kill him. Dream Champions League final, says Rogvi. You know what? Actually, because it's never happened, I would like to see Real Madrid-Barcelona. But you know what I think will happen? I think if Man City beat Liverpool, I think Man City will get Bayern, and I think Real Madrid will get Barcelona. And I think Man City will beat Bayern Munich as well. Trouble for Bayern Munich is like they destroy the opposition in the Bundesliga because it's such a monopoly that they hold. And then every year they've got such a good set of players, but then when they play somebody really good, they just come up short. And that's the downside of playing in a pub league, is that you don't have the competition. It's like PSG. Great set of players, but they don't have the week in, week out competition, so that when they come up against the best, they're not really used to that level of competition. And although Real Madrid and Barcelona do play in a bit of a pub league, like the bottom half is pub league, there's about 5 or 6 teams in there, and also there's the Real Madrid-Barcelona games where they are really, really up for it. Ronaldo's just missed the sitter for a hat-trick, apparently. Why has Sander gone offline? Is it over? Oh, he's a lagger, isn't he? That's the problem. He needs to sort his internet out. Yeah, I agree with you, Kieran, though. That's the thing about PSG, isn't it? They are mercenary FC. Fab Mac's been out to buy Pringles. I've still got a quarter of a tub of a tube left. I'm going to go and have some now. And there we have it. 2-1 to Bayern Munich. Interesting game. I don't think we learnt a lot, to be honest, about Bayern Munich. But I think they will win. I think they will win. Now they're going to get through. They've got those 2 away goals. You can't see them losing in Munich. So well done to them. I'll be back here at midday tomorrow. I've got a midday show tomorrow on talking about the latest football news. And also tomorrow night, live on here, Liverpool versus Man City. Interesting game. It's going to be an interesting game to watch. It's going to be a hard game to watch because I don't like either of them. But we will all be watching it. So join us for that tomorrow night. Thanks everyone who's joined me tonight. If you didn't watch it doesn't really matter if you support Manchester United or not. Head over to the United Stand channel now and watch our video that we put up at lunchtime, which was a combined Manchester United versus Man City 11. It's caused a lot of controversy. City fans say you haven't put enough. Manchester United fans are saying you've put too many Man City players on there. And even if you've watched it, do go and watch it again and put a comment in, because I'm going to go and spend an hour or so now replying to all the comments, because there's so many people melting down about it that I feel that people deserve a reply. So get over to the United Stand and watch our combined 11 show. Really want to see what your opinions are. Even if you have already seen it, just put your comments in and watch it again. Thanks everyone for watching. That's on the United Stand, combined Manchester United versus Man City 11. Give it a watch, and then tomorrow night we're back here for another watch along. So speak to you all soon. Thanks for watching. Really enjoyed it tonight as well. I'll give you all a clap. The Pringles chat was the highlight of the night. So thanks for watching. Speak to you soon.